Most mortgage and financial advisors are looking for a shortcut, looking for the easy way. And that easy way is potentially to run ads. Now, you might be thinking about running Google ads or Meta ads, but I want to tell you that if you don't have 5 things in place, you are going to burn your budget. You're going to waste your cash. So by the end of this training, you're going to understand the 5 key things that you need in place to maximize your ad budget, to ensure that you are able to convert the maximum number of leads and to get the highest amount of return. Now, you may also be thinking, I'm going to go and buy some leads, because that is a constant thing in this industry, looking for the shortcut of going to buy a name, number, and email address. Now, bearing in mind, when I say this, from 2006, when I went self-employed, up until 2015, all I did was buy leads. And at my peak, I was spending £20,000 a month on low quality life insurance leads. I had a team of 15. We even did survey-based data where we had an automated dialer ringing out to people, and we were just answering the phones and trying to book in life insurance appointments as much as possible. So I know the lead buying market hugely, but it has transformed and changed immensely since we were doing it back in 2015. It's way more competitive. Consumers have way more choice. They are way more informed, and there is a lot more competition for you. So again, if you don't have these 5 things in place, you're going to burn your budget. But I also want to caveat this to all of you that you should invest time before you invest money. It is not acceptable to just look at running advertising with no organic strategy in place. You need content. You need a niche. You need to have a marketing ecosystem that builds your brand and stands out against everybody else in the marketplace. I believe that you should be investing time into driving free and organic leads through all of the marketing angles that require time, so that you can then start to invest money into paid. Now, I also want to share that there's 2 different types of paid. Meta is interrupting somebody's daily scrolling habit on Facebook or Instagram, and maybe even you can run ads in WhatsApp now. But it's interrupting somebody, so they are not necessarily ready to buy yet. So on Meta, you might need 100 leads to get 20 appointments. And running Meta ads is like putting rocket fuel into a rocket. Your rocket is the content. And if your content is shit, you're going to be putting rocket fuel behind shit content, and it's not going to convert. So you need organic proof from free content before you pay for more eyes to see it. That's all Meta is. It's just paying for more people to see your message, and that message will convert into leads, but also appointments, which are 2 entirely separate things. And if you're going to run Meta ads, you must have AI qualification and nurture in place. Let's switch and go to Google. If you want to run Google ads, that is somebody physically going and saying, I want to get a mortgage as a first-time buyer. I need a pension advisor. That is highly competitive. It's going to cost you more, but it's also really important that you have these 5 things set up, because taking somebody out of the searching mindset and getting them into your world to stop them going to the next person, they even might make 2 or 3 inquiries. So the competition for those leads now is insanely high. A lead is someone who gives you their name, number, and email address. The next step in that process is to get them to book an appointment. The next step in that process is then to do all of the nurturing until they're ready to do a deal. Most people are not even ready to buy yet. They're just in the information phase. So these 5 things are what you must have to change your game when it comes to running ads or booking appointments or even trying to generate leads online. Number 1 is your calendar on the thank you page. When somebody goes to submit details, the first thing that should happen is they should go through to a thank you page on your website, from your landing page, in your funnel, and they should be given the option to book in immediately. That should ideally be in the next 12 to 48 hours, and it should ideally have a video on that page that tells them why you're the best to help them, what you're going to essentially cover, how you do it that's different, and add some testimonials, case study stories, and credibility so that they feel more confident in working with you. I've seen advisors and brokers online say that they've spent thousands of pounds on running ads and booked 0 appointments. And that's because they're running ads, the leads are going into their inbox, and they're relying on phoning every single one. Not only is it a huge waste of time, it is also just going to burn money quicker than anything else at all. The ones who are ready to buy now will book into the calendar and have a conversation. The ones who aren't, you need to make sure you've got my third point in place to ensure that they come back to you later. The second thing you need to have in place is SMS or WhatsApp. As soon as that information is submitted on the initial form, you need to send them an email, a message, and whether it's through SMS or through WhatsApp saying thanks for your inquiry. If they don't book into the calendar, then you should have another message that says, hey, you didn't book your call. Click here to book in right now. When they booked in, you need to have an SMS that says, hey, thanks for booking in, confirming the appointment, the time that it's going to be taking place. If you're not following up within like 1-2 minutes, you are going to be burning budget and losing leads, losing appointments and losing money. Using something like Active CRM just makes the whole process so much easier because everything is all in one place. You know, the form is on Active CRM. As soon as that form is submitted, it triggers. When they book into the calendar, it triggers. When that trigger happens, it sends the SMSs straight away. Everything all in one place not only saves a fortune on tech, but it just streamlines the whole process. I just want to take a minute to jump in because if your business is organized chaos, maybe you're using Excel spreadsheets, you've got multiple different pieces of technology that you're using day to day to run your business. Wouldn't it be so much easier to just have everything all in one place where you can have your marketing, your sales, your progression, and your ongoing support to clients just in one easy, simple system to use? You can have your forms, your client surveys, your calendars. You can do your social media posting. You can leverage email marketing. You can have your customer journey. You can even utilize automations and workflows to nurture people as they're going through your whole entire process. But most importantly, you can bring in AI. If you're not leveraging AI in your lead generation, in your ongoing marketing, in your client delivery and customer journey, your business is going to be insanely left behind. This is no longer a choice. It is a non-negotiable. That's where Active CRM comes in. I built this into my business back in 2023. It has fundamentally changed the game. Not only does it save you thousands per month in multiple different tech platforms that eventually break and don't talk to each other, all of your stuff in one place makes it easier to systemize so that you can scale. Active CRM will transform and change your business. Whether you're a mortgage advisor, financial advisor, accountant, consultant, expert in your field, if you want to systemize and scale, check out Active CRM. You can find the link in the description and the show notes right now. The third thing, as I referenced earlier, is email nurture. Not everybody is ready to buy yet. Most people are going to have a conversation. Let's take a first-time buyer as an example. They might need to go and find a house. They might need to save for a deposit. They might have bad credit. In mortgages, there's a whole host of things that are outside of your control. And having email nurture personalized to their situation and circumstances, for example, if someone's got bad credit, send them emails about bad credit. If somebody's buying an investment property, send them emails about investment properties and interest rates and different strategies and tactics. If you're a financial advisor and you've got somebody who's thinking about investing in a pension or building their wealth, you should have email automation that builds credibility, massively builds trust so that they see you as the solution to their problem. Just because they've inquired doesn't mean they necessarily know you well enough yet to utilize you as their advisor. So using email will essentially build that value, build that trust, and make sure that they come back to you over everybody else. And it's so important that it's personalized and specific to the inquiry that they made, which is why I also believe that when you capture that information, first name, last name, phone number, and email is not enough. You need what they're interested in. You need some key information about their situation and their circumstances to ensure that you can personalize your email nurture thereafter. Number 4 is a task system. Too many advisors that I speak to wait for the person to come back to them. Maybe you're guilty of this. You request a letter of authority as a financial advisor. You request all the documents, the bank statements, the credit report, all of that. And then you leave it and say, hey, send it back to me when you're ready. And you don't follow up. I know advisors that are hugely guilty of this, and it's ridiculous. You need to stop it right now. The world is competitive. The world is busy. You need a task management system that ensures that you contact that person at least 5 times. You should be ringing them. You should be making sure that you have emails and SMSs going out. When somebody is saying they want to go ahead, you need to be chasing them until such time that they say, I've gone elsewhere, or I don't want to deal with you. You should give them a ring from withheld. You should send them a WhatsApp message. You could call them from a landline, send them an email, send them an SMS, message them on social media. You might think that is being over the top, but we are in a competitive environment. And in sales, the person who follows up the most is the one who wins the business. If they've made an inquiry, they're doing business with somebody. If they haven't done it with you, it's because of a reason that you weren't good enough, or maybe your nurture wasn't good enough. Having a conversation and finding out why ensures that you can maximize your sales opportunities in the future and you can begin to improve. Leaving things in the prospect's hands is ridiculous, and it's time to stop it now. Follow up until you're told not to follow up anymore. If you don't have a system that helps you with this and you're relying on memory, then you're never going to be able to recruit. You need reminders, you need notes, you need tasks, you need automation to just streamline this and save you a huge amount of time. Every day, my team come into a list of tasks. They complete those tasks that are specific to the products that clients are taking. Their day's done. They make maximum conversions, they increase their sales, and everybody's happy as a result. The fifth and final is just a CRM that brings all of this stuff together. Previously I used to run my business on multiple different channels and had loads of different tech that I was paying loads of different subscriptions for, and one thing didn't talk to another and the kink in the chain broke and then everything failed and nothing went out efficiently and effectively. Even making sure that you send out reminders for your appointments 24 hours before, 6 hours before, 1 hour before, 5 minutes before. Personally, I like 24 and 5 minutes, but if you're running meta ads, you want to be having more reminders to ensure that somebody shows up because it's highly competitive. You need to make sure that this is taken care of without your human interaction so that you can spend the time on having a conversation with the client. So a CRM, like Active CRM, links are in the show notes, that will help you to streamline, systemize, automate, and scale. Makes it easy to delegate because everything is all in one place and easy to see. So if you don't have all of these 5 things in place, don't run Google ads, don't buy leads, and definitely don't run meta ads, because the thing that you need in place as well is AI to make meta ads work even better. And it's why I created Active CRM, because it's built by an advisor for advisors to make everything so much easier. All the things that you need in one place, from landing pages, social media, email marketing, automations, workflows, quizzes, Google reviews, anything that you need is in place. And we've even templated it and built out all the automations so that your clients are nurtured. They're taken care of. They get their reminders. They get their annual reviews. They show up for their ERCs 6 months before. No stone is left unturned. We've streamlined, systemized, and now we're able to simply scale. And all of our clients who utilize Active CRM are doubling their business, just like Ben, who has gone from 10 grand a month to £26,000 a month, from a team of 1 to a team of 4. He's going to the gym, he's going on walks, he's booking holidays, he's enjoying life, he's smashing his social media, and it's all because the system has plugged to the leaky bucket. He's built an audience that he has authority with, and he is making his sales even more predictable. You can do it true. In this day and age, the system is the foundation to making you more successful. Thanks very much indeed for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you next week.